everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So I'm going to show you everything that is new in Home Bargains at the moment. So we're talking Easter, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and I also just kind of went around the whole shop really just looking at anything interesting. So I also covered sort of homeware and storage, some cleaning products as well, just anything that I thought you might find useful. So I'm going to do that full walk around now with you, and then at the end come back and I'll show you what I bought as well. So I'm going to start with the Easter things because I don't know about you, but I'm quite excited for spring and Easter and all of that it's kind of my favourite time really. So I'm not going to show you all of the Easter eggs, but as you saw they did have quite a good range in there. I'm not quite ready to start buying Easter eggs yet, even though I am ready for spring. Not gonna buy my chocolate yet, but yeah, they did have quite a lot in there actually. I couldn't work out what this Haribo, I don't know, was there a chocolate egg in there? I couldn't really work out, but if anyone knows, let me know. I love these bunny baskets, which I will show you again a bit later on, but they're only $4.99 and they're a really good size. They're really cute in like a child's room. Then they had, I would say, not a huge selection, but like quite a small selection of sort of children's crafts. Whether they will be getting in any more, I don't know. I don't think I did Home Bargains last year. I went to go to the range, which had a lot. But yes, Home Bargains at the moment, I wouldn't say they've got lots of like the craft stuff, but they did have quite a few of these paint ones. They also, well, I do show you later on one that I bought. There was another one that I bought which were like ceramic little hanging ones, which I didn't film here. But as you can see, yeah, there's a few different things to like paint, and they all came with like the paintbrush and the little pots of paint as well. Back to the chocolate section, I did pick up those little like chocolate rabbits. They were only 79p, and they've also got the chocolate eggs there. They've got some really big eggs, so as you can see they're all about $7.99. So I think that's like probably not, I don't think it's like super cheap. I don't tend to find like the food in these types of shops is that cheap really compared to supermarkets, because supermarkets you can get really good deals. But yes, here is what they've got anyway. They've got Reese's eggs, which I don't know if I've ever seen before. They're 59p. This looked really good. This was a hot chocolate Easter egg, which was really cool. It's one of the ones where you put it in hot milk and then obviously it just dissolves. Then this side I love, so it's only £1.99, which I think is brilliant. It's quite a big sign as well. You probably can't quite tell, but it is really big. Then they also had a few other little cute hanging things. This here, I don't know if you can quite see, but it's like a wire shape of a rabbit, which was quite sweet. Then they just had some like more crafty little bits here, some tissue paper, some little eggs, which look very realistic, just like mini eggs. So it's not ideal if you have a young child, because they will probably try to eat them. Not that they can eat mini eggs anyway, both are hard. But yeah, I really liked this set of a plate, bowl and cup. It was $4.99 for those. They've got the feathers there. They've got this, which would be good if you were doing like a sort of basket. Then they had these baskets, which I'm pretty sure they're the same as, I'm sure it was Poundland, because that's where I bought Arthur's one last year, but they had ones exactly the same, I think. Yeah, they just had a couple of like toys there, like random carrots, some eggs as well. I really like these lights. I'm regretting not buying them. There's always something when I do these videos that I regret not buying. I think it's those lights, because for $1.99 I just think that's really cheap. Those are the other baskets there, which are a bit bigger and a longer handles than the ones you saw before. There's that basket again. So yeah, lovely little storage basket. You could probably just have it all year round. Nobody would know it's not Easter, is it? It's just a rabbit. Then they had these. So they were like soft to touch, but they're actually hard, if that makes sense. They weren't squidgy, but they were quite a good size. I thought they were quite sweet. They had some Easter gunks in, which were really cheap at $2.99, and then these wooden rabbits, which were really sweet, and they were only $1.99. I couldn't film this little bit because there was somebody working there, but they just had basically lots of like children's slippers and pajamas. There was a Peppa Pig puddle suit as well, some cozy socks there, yeah, hats and gloves and all that kind of thing. So Valentine's Day wise, they had a good range of cards actually, also some Mother's Day ones at the top there, which you can see. And so I'm showing you Mother's Day first. So they had quite a lot actually. If I'm honest with you, I always forget Mother's Day. Like I think about Easter and then I end up forgetting Mother's Day, but that is obviously before even Easter. So there are a lot of gifts here. I think it's quite standard. I think they kind of have very similar things in year after year, but I really like that set there in that jar. Just putting it in a jar just looks a bit nicer, I think. And I really love the packaging for this range. It's very pretty, like, you know, pinks and navy as well. And then this little tin I thought was quite cool. It does look a bit like a dog's treat tin there. I don't know about you, but it was quite nice. And then they also had a lot of mugs. And I mean, I do love my mugs. But yeah, they had lots in there. They also had ones for Nan as well. So they were all like £2-3. Then they have their candle ranges, which are in store the whole year round, as far as I'm aware. But they're a great price. Obviously, they're meant to, I assume, look a bit like Yankee Candle. There's lots there. They've also got these ones which kind of look more, I don't know, like elegant, I suppose. The bigger ones, and then also the smaller ones. And those ones have 2 wicks in. Then they had Filmora candles, which apparently smell, I didn't actually smell them, but apparently they do smell nice when they're not lit, but when they're lit they don't let off much of a smell. But I know people are going crazy for them, so I saw them in there, thought I would film them for you. Really loved that candle there. And then also these cushions I thought were really sweet too. The gold, as you can tell, is quite like a shiny, but yeah, little like pom-poms around the edge, and they were $4.99, and I thought they were really sweet actually. And again, one's from Mum and Nan. Then they had some pyjamas in this section, so that, I think that is Peppa Pig, if I'm right in thinking, because it was purple, it kind of threw me. And then Valentine's Day, yes, so a lot there. This was a brilliant price, I thought, 99p for 2 hot chocolate spoons, which are amazing, just melt in hot milk. Then they had these little bags of chocolate hearts, and also ladybirds too. They were under £1 as well. But yeah, lots of like little bits. I mean, I don't really do much for Valentine's Day. I always buy a card, and then I might buy my husband some chocolate and he buys me flowers. But I mean, I don't know, we don't really do much for it, but we just do a little something. But yes, so Home Bargains is a good place to get some little things if you are interested in gifting anyone anything. They also have that pack of make your own Valentine's Day cards, which I guess is kind of more for like children and things. They all had teddy. They also had a few more like candles, and that's wax melts there. So if you're like into candles and stuff, I thought this was quite nice actually, like a figurine. That was only $3.99 for that, and it was a really good size. It was quite big. And yeah, some more sort of like candle things. That little cuddly toy, Fries Before Guys, I thought that was very good, only $3.99. I love these bowls. We're actually in need of some bowls, but they're a bit deep for us. But yeah, I really love that range. I got something quite similar, I think from IKEA years ago, mugs. But yeah, I really love those heart ceramic sets. Then that's little wax melts in there. They love their candles and wax melts, and that is heart tea lights there. So yes, lots of that kind of thing. Everything is heart shaped basically. And then these are plastic, obviously plastic glasses in the shape of hearts too, but for 49p I just added there. I just thought that was a sweet little thing. And then in a different section, this is obviously I guess for Mother's Day really, because it said Mum's Day off. But yeah, some little pyjamas there for £10, some more warmer ones there too. They had this little like long sleeve top and short set, and then a couple of other pyjamas as well, some more sort of like Christmassy. It's quite weird because you see like Christmas stuff, winter stuff mixed with the spring stuff. But yes, they also had some like hen and bridal things, so that little pyjama set was quite sweet. They had a few bits of clothing in mine, so mine doesn't have loads and loads of clothes. I don't know if there are any Home Bargains shops which have like loads in, I don't know, but they did have quite a bit actually, more than I've seen in there before. I liked this, but then I kind of think, if it's cold enough to wear a thick jumper, surely it's too cold to wear a little short, so I don't really understand sets like that. Maybe that's my age, I don't know. Then they had this little cute sort of like baby toddler pyjama set, like for Easter I suppose, but I thought that was really sweet. Now I don't know if this is a bit random, this is like all the protein bars. Somebody specifically asked me to show them what was in Home Bargains, so that's why I've ended up filming this section. But yeah, they just had like loads of protein bars, health food. They've got protein powders and protein shakes. I'm not into any of that at all, but I know some people are. They even have protein crisps, I think that is, which I didn't even know you could get. So they've got all that in there, I guess, because it's like the new year. It's that sort of like, you know, people wanted to get fit. So yeah, these shops always have that type of thing in, don't they? But here is some gym wear, and then they've got more sort of exercise things, toning tubes, like little bits of equipment. Those were like yoga mats. There were some ladies shopping at the time, so I couldn't get like really good shots of this because I think this at the end I was running out of time, so I just had to kind of film the best that I could, this little section, but you get the idea. They had these big bottles which were $5.99. They were huge, in a couple of different colours there. I don't know how, can't quite see how many millilitres on. I don't know if that's like, is that 2 litres maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, yes, so some homeware to show you now. So I really like that wreath there for only $3.99. I'm seeing a lot of like bumblebee things in the shops at the moment, like coming in, which I think is really nice, kind of brings more of a summery vibe to things. But they had quite a few of these artificial plants. They had that lovely, I think is that a eucalyptus tree or olive tree, which was lovely. They also had some ferns up there, and these, I'm not very good with my plants. Anyway, yes, so more like garden stuff. They had these really big urns for $9.99. And then this watering can, it's obviously not an actual watering can to go on the wall, which I thought was really nice actually, like a little planter. And then that little duck or like chick ornament, sorry, which I thought was quite sweet. And again, that's like a spring sort of thing. Again, it's something else which is bumblebee related. As I said, they have a lot of that stuff. And then I was thinking this is a gnome. I guess that is more a gonk, but yes, they have that too. And they had lots of lanterns, which are nice. I mean, this was in the garden range, so I guess it's for outside, but equally you could put them inside. And then they also had quite a few garden lights and garden ornaments as well. I quite like those balls there. I don't know if they're the ones with water actually. I thought they were. I don't think they are, but yeah, I think they look quite nice. So on to some cleaning products now. I didn't do like everything because it's kind of the standard thing, but I've just picked out a few bits. Obviously that's not even cleaning, but it's in that section. A few interesting bits there, a few little gadgets. That's a garment steamer. This spray mop is $12.99. I'm not sure, let me know if you can get it cheaper anywhere else. Then they also had the Fabulosa and Zoflora. They always have that kind of stuff, but I was just really surprised at the prices of all because it is just so cheap. I know it's kind of what you expect, but I don't know, I haven't been to Home Bargains for a long time actually, probably for a few months, and yeah, I was just like having a look around and just couldn't believe how cheap some things were. Apart from the food and snacks, like I said, I didn't find that to be that cheap. But anyway, yes, so a lot of this kind of thing. That was $3.99 for like the disinfectant, but there's so much you can get in this range, and then also lots of Vanish stuff too if you are looking at anything like that. Those pads there were only 99p, and then you've got the actual like minky ones, which kind of are exactly the same thing as far as I'm concerned, but a lot dearer. And this Dishmatic, which was only £1.49, which I don't know how much it usually is, but I'm pretty sure that is a very good price. Then I really like these plates with like flowers and butterflies. I thought they were really lovely pattern. Again, it's that spring, it's like florals, excited for spring and summer coming soon. These soup bowls, I thought they were quite cool. They were only $3.99 and they've got little lids on too. They had some kettles, slow cookers, and they're all, Swan is quite a well-known make as well. I tend to buy any appliances on Amazon, or at least look on there for reviews, but you could equally do that, and then if it comes up okay, just buy the cheap one in whatever shop you're in, like that. There are some mugs there that match those plates. Then they had some glass jars and things. They didn't always have Kilner jars and stuff like that, but they did have a few. That is a friend's big jar there, I don't know if you could tell. Then they had these big jars with the bamboo lids. I remember seeing that last year, but they do still have some in. And that was some like random summery print glass bottles there. I don't know if that was like leftover from last year or something. They've just brought it back out because there's nothing else like summery in the shop. More bee stuff, the lovely big cake tin there. I really liked that actually. And then some like biscuits, tea, coffee, sugar, canisters. Oh, another bee thing. that tray with handles. That was a wooden tray. That was £2.49. I can't quite remember. The sofa tray was either £3.49 or £3.99. Then that little egg box, I thought that was really sweet. That would sit nicely on a worktop. And then those sort of trays to fit in your cupboards or your drawers. Oh, something else, bumblebee. I've actually had something similar for Christmas, like those like stirrers with the cookie cutter. Then they had some bridal things. Sorry, I think I thought I was showing you that earlier, but yeah, here is the like main bulk of it. So again, somebody asked me to show this, so I'm just giving you a quick little tour of anything that is in that section, which I think you might find interesting. It's all very cheap. This is a little set here with the sash and the badge. And I can't remember, was that like £5 or £6 I think for that, so that was good. This was just a cardboard cake stand. I've had these. I think they're quite effective. £5.99 I don't think is that cheap actually, but I don't know if that is cheap, if you can get them cheaper anywhere else. Some Team Bride flip-flops there, and then also some like really big balloons, which that's a really good price. They had a very small pancake little like section. I guess there's not much you can do from Pancake Day. And then a lot of storage actually I saw. I quite like these little flexible baskets. Sometimes I've been to Home Bargains or Poundland or B&M and they've not really had any storage, but I always find that they tend to have storage at this time of year. I don't know, I think it's just a time of year people think about getting more organised, isn't it? Like maybe more motivation or something. So I do find that shops have more of this kind of stuff in. We've actually bought some storage ourselves. But yeah, so lots of like baskets. They've also got these children's like hanging organisers, which are quite like, they've been out for ages, haven't they? And then the other thing there is like a really big storage bag, which is only £1.99. I love these like metal baskets. I've seen these before, and then just like the small plastic ones, they're great. I mean, we've got them in our kitchen cupboards. We've got some like little toys and things in baskets like that, just really handy. I do also have a pack of these at home. Sorry, not the bathroom set, a pack of these pink ones at home too. So these are £4.99. You just get a set of 3. They're like really shallow, which is quite handy for certain spaces. Then they had this pampas grass, which was £4.99. This aisle was a bit of a random one. But yeah, some like pop-up tents and things. We nearly got one of these for my son, but we didn't in the end. But that's a really good price for them. Although I think I've seen these ones on Amazon, maybe slightly cheaper, I think. And that teepee there, which is really nice, and that was £24.99. And I thought this was a really good buy for £3.99, because usually they're a lot more expensive than that, if that is your kind of thing. And then that mat, I thought I should show you because it's Disney. I know people like Disney. That was £4.99. And Vimto jam, because I've heard people talk about that. I saw it. So here is some like bamboo bits. I'm always quite like surprised when you see this in the Home Bargains, but I quite like this little range. Not that I've bought anything from it, but yeah, it's just useful to show you. Yeah, they've got like bamboo pots. Sorry, that quick little flash by the way was The Ordinary. Is it niacinamide or something like that? But it was really cheap. I don't quite know what it is, but yeah, it's cheap. And yeah, a mirror and little organisers. It's quite nice. I quite like the bamboo fill and this little face massager too. And then they had this random like section about slime and baths. So there's a bath bombs there. These are obviously meant to look like test tubes, but it's just different coloured. Bubble bath. I think that's more bubble bath. I can't quite even tell what that is. Sorry, I should have got a bit closer. And then some solar system bath bombs again. So yes, quite a lot of various things in there, and that's colour change and bubble bath. And then lastly, just this cute little table, which I thought was quite nice for £19.99. So that's everything that was in Home Bargains that I thought might interest you, and now I'm going to show you what I bought. It's not a lot, but I thought it might be worth just showing you what I picked up. So this is the first thing that I picked up, which I really like. It was only £1.99, so you would have seen this in the other bit, but yes, it's just a lovely like Happy Easter sign. I really love the colours, so I'm looking forward to hanging that up towards the time. I also bought these for Easter. Sorry, the light's really bright, but hopefully you can tell it's just like little chocolate rabbits. There was probably under £1, I would imagine, so I got those. Chocolate rabbits, yes. So I also got, which I haven't got to show you, I don't think I showed them in my video actually, but I'll try and like insert a little picture or clip, but there were 4 little like paint your own Easter decorations in there, which came with paint and a brush, but Arthur has been like playing with them. He also randomly wanted this like squeezy carrot thing, which I think was 89p. So I think that's it for the Easter stuff. Also for Arthur, I've got this little toothbrush, like a flashy light one. I always tend to buy like 1 or 2 of these when I go in. I think B&M have them sometimes, but Home Bargains too. So cleaning wise, I picked up these. These were really cheap. I can't remember how much they were, but they were pretty cheap, so I just thought I'd get 2. This was crazy. It was £1.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. I've never had it before, but I thought I would give it a go. So it's obviously, as you can see, the little sponge with the handle, and you put your washing up liquid in the handle. And it also comes with 6 sponges as well. So I thought that was definitely worth it. And then just a pack of like sponge cleaning cloths as well. I got this little hanging heart, like ceramic, for my mum, like for Mother's Day. I thought that was quite sweet. Valentine's Day card for Matt too. I got 3 of these like bath sponges. Well, I don't know what you want to call them, but that's basically one for all of us, because obviously Arthur wanted his own one when he saw them, and he quite likes like playing around with them. Although the ones we've got at the moment have got like little suction which stick onto the tiles, which these don't, unfortunately. But yeah, so I got those. I can't remember how much they were, to be honest with you, but yeah, not much at all. And then the last thing I've got were these just foil roasting trays, which I'm actually going to use for like doing playthings with Arthur. I used to do this ages ago. It's just really useful because if it gets like messy, obviously you can just throw them away. So yeah, I got those. So that's everything that I've bought in Home Bargains this time. So as you can see, yeah, it wasn't a lot, but I thought you might just want to see it. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you enjoy watching videos like this, because I used to post a lot more of them and I haven't really recently. But if you want to see more, then do let me know. I'm quite excited for Easter and spring, so I'm definitely going to go to a few more shops and see what I can find. There probably will be more videos like this coming up. So I'd love to have you here, but for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.